Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. Another episode coming in hot, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, August 29th. The date doesn't matter because the content is evergreen. That means what we say now worked 10 years ago and will work 10 years from now. We only bring you the most actionable, evidence based, honest information that will move your health and fitness goals forward. So today we are talking about how to get your abs shredded, how to get a flat tummy, how to get toned, how to reduce your waistline, how to see what your abs actually look like. Raise your hand if you want to see your abs. All of us. Now, you don't have to be bodybuilder, shredded, bikini model, skinny mini, but you should have a nice tight toned waist. Who doesn't want to see a nice tight toned waist when we lift up our shirts? I want to see it. You want to see it. We all want to see it. Well, I'm going to tell you how to get shredded abs, a lean midsection, a tight toned tummy, guys and gals, very easily in a few simple steps. And I appreciate the early notification crew. Welcome, everybody. This is a live chat. Lacey, thank you for the $5 donation to the super chat. Lacey, you are awesome. Any questions you have, you jump the line, young lady. I'm happy to help you out. So, how do we get shredded abs? How do we get tight? How do we get toned? Well, surely the answer is crunches. If I just do crunches and crunches and crunches and crunches, Lacey, you're awesome. If I just do crunches, then I'll get my abs right. Wrong. You won't be able to see your abs. No matter how many crunches you do, no matter how many planks you do, no matter how many Pilates classes you attend, no matter how many core and booty blast systems you purchase, you will never be able to see your abs if you do not remove the unsightly blubber that is hiding them. Think about having the most beautiful, sexy, jaw-dropping, fit, aesthetic body. Picture the most beautiful body that you can think of right now. I know you're mostly picturing me, but hey, that's okay. Picture somebody else. Now, take that beautiful body and put them in a winter coat. Put them in the most ugly down parka you've ever seen. That's essentially what's the problem. That's what's happening. Your beautiful physique is in there right now. Your best version of yourself is literally hiding just a few layers before our skin and fluid and subcutaneous body fat. That's it. That's the problem. So how do we see the abs? Yes, I'm going to talk about how to properly train the abs. But when I say abs, really, I'm thinking about the core. Picture your abs. Picture just the flat abs. Now, the abs are very one-dimensional. We have to think in 3 dimensions. We have to basically take a sphere 360 degrees around the abs. I think of abs, and I'm really thinking of from above the knees to the lower pec line. That's what I consider to be my abs, but it's really the core. And we're going to talk core training here to bring about your best self. We can always make improvements, but the most important thing is to melt that layer of unsightly, non-functional body fat. Chris Coddington, thank you for the $5 super chat donation. Chris, you are a hero amongst common men. Chris Coddington, thank you so much. Very cool. Any questions you have? Lacey for the $5 donation. Chris for the $5 donation. Any questions you have, you guys jump the line. You take priority, and I will get down for you. But now, for everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody waiting for the answer, the first thing we need to do, guys and gals, is we need to eliminate that unsightly layer of tissue, of edema, of water weight, of subcutaneous body fat that is blurring out those beautiful abs. Because right now, if I was Buffalo Bill from what was the Jodie Foster movie, Hannibal Lecter movie, right? If I was in that movie, if I was Buffalo Bill, and if I peeled your skin off your body, we would get down to that beautiful layer of aesthetic muscle tissue. We all have it. We all have a beautiful layer of muscle tissue that allows us to move and act and breathe and dance and do all the things that humans do. It's there. It looks great exactly as you are. It looks great. Especially your abs. I guarantee you your abs look awesome. We just can't see them. So how do we see them? We're going to talk about the first two ways. Way number one, the easiest way, by far the easiest way. You can do this right now. You can do this overnight. Is let's drop some water weight. Right now, you are probably carrying an additional 3 to 10 pounds. 10 pounds, that's over a gallon of water, 3 to 10 pounds in excess water weight that you can drop overnight easily. What's one easy, simple takeaway? Remember, Uncle Mike gives you actionable, evidence-based information that you can employ in your life immediately. So what can we do? We can take a hot bath tonight before we go to bed. And when I say a hot bath, it should be comfortable. I should get into that nice warm bathtub and it should feel like a big hug. I should want to stay there all night. And I want to stay in that tub for a good 30-minute sweat. What does that mean? Once I get in the tub, once I get comfortable, I'm going to wait until I start sweating. My brow starts sweating. And from that point, I want to stay in there from 30 to 45 minutes. This is what I do with my world-class athletes getting ready to weigh in for competition. And this is what I'm sharing to you guys right now for free. These are best practices, proprietary intellectual properties of the DOLCE diet system I'm giving to you guys right now for free inside this live chat. That in and of itself is worthy, bang, 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 of a thumbs up, wouldn't you say? So what we do is we get into that bathtub, a nice warm bathtub, a nice cozy bath that I feel like I'm laying on a tropical beach with a warm breeze blowing over me, just enough so I sweat, and sweat I will. And during that bath, I want to be sipping. I like to sip on a chamomile tea with a little fresh squeezed lemon. That is my ideal. And this is at night before bed, about an hour or so before you go to bed. Try this. Try this. Get in that bathtub for 30 to 45 minutes. When you're done, pull the plug and let the water slowly come out while you just sit there. I usually listen to some jazz, right? I'm a old school jazz guy, so I'll listen to some chill jazz. I'll light a few candles. I will make that bathroom as romantic as hell. That bathroom will be so romantic because it's relaxing, calming. There's no stress. There's no anxiety, which many people do, especially in the world of MMA and weight cutting. They get so stressed out. We don't do that. So what we do, we relax. And you should relax. Remember, we're dropping 3 to 10 pounds of water weight like this. But you want to be drinking water during this process, sipping on that chamomile tea. No problem. And I'm going to sit in there for 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to pull the plug. I'm going to let the water float away. And as the water leaves, I'm going to keep sweating. And I'm going to keep sweating. And I'm going to keep sweating. And I'm going to get out and I'm going to sit along the side of the tub with the towel on. And I'm going to keep sweating. And I'm going to keep sweating until I am sweating no more, until the sweat stops. And then I'm going to stand up and get into a hot shower. And I am going to scrub my dirty body because I've been sitting in a tub for 30 to 45 minutes. And I'm a bit of a clean freak, a germaphobe, a hygiene expert, if you will. And I'm going to scrub and be nice and squeaky clean. And then I'm going to slowly take that hot shower to a warm shower. And the warm shower to a kind of cold shower. And the cold shower until as cold as it can go. And I'm going to stand for at least 5 minutes in that ice cold shower. Why is this? Because I'm plummeting my core temperature. By doing this, I am actually initiating an anti-inflammatory response. I am going to stay personally, and it's only 5 minutes. I'm going to get my body as cold as I can after being relatively hot for over an hour. I'm going to cool it all the way back down, bring my core temperature all the way back down, and I'm going to initiate an anti-inflammatory response. And what does that do? That allows the body to naturally expel water. I expelled water in the tub, and then I create an anti-inflammatory state inside that cold shower. And I'm going to try and get to the point of the shivers. And I slowly go from hot to cold. I don't do it immediately. I don't have that doesn't make sense. You don't have to go crazy. Just nice and slow and steady. Every minute or so, make it a little bit colder until it's as cold as it'll go. And then just stand there. You'll be fine. Breathe, relax your chest until you get to the shivers, and try and maintain those shivers for a few minutes. And then shut it off, and then dry off, and then get yourself ready and hop into bed. It's bedtime. Fall asleep. You will wake up lighter. You will wake up tighter just from doing that. Guaranteed. I guarantee you will wake up 3 to 6 pounds lighter, depending on the individual. I've had people wake up 10 pounds lighter just from doing that. They were obviously holding a little bit more water, but it's no problem. It's very easy. You will look better. Bags under the eyes almost gone. Your waist will be tighter. I guarantee that just by doing that. Now, what else can we do? We can focus on, now we're talking, that was short term, that was immediate. That's what you can do tonight. But what can you do tomorrow when you wake up? Let's have a high fiber breakfast. I love the breakfast bowl. Oat bran, chia seeds, hemp seeds, fruits, berries, strawberries, cinnamon, a little almond butter. Beautiful. Lunch, some sort of lean protein, and again, high veggie content. Maybe you're having 4 ounces of a wild-caught salmon broiled over a beautiful array of vibrant vegetables. Done deal. Dinner, skinny sumo stir fry. Another 4 ounces of a lean protein and a shit ton of veggies mixed in. I'm snacking on maybe an apple, handful of cashews, a cup of red grapes, some almonds, maybe a few Brazil nuts. Awesome. Perfect. Very simple, easy day, high fiber day. What is that doing? That is reducing the bloat inside our stomach. We are also eliminating impacted food matter. Right now, today on Thursday, many of you are walking around today with food that you ate on Monday still inside of you. Think about that. You have the food from Monday, the food from Tuesday, the food from Wednesday still decaying inside your body. Right now, we have to improve digestive efficiency and elimination. Switching over to a higher fiber diet will dramatically improve the way you feel, the way food digests, but also your stomach circumference. You will not have that bloated belly anymore. You will wake up with a lean, tight belly. These are all easy takeaways, guys and gals, that cost you absolutely nothing. I just gave you a very basic overview of the way your day should look. And let's start increasing our water intake. I drink nearly 2 gallons of water per day. I'm a little over 200 pounds. I'm a pretty active guy. Guys and gals out there, you should all be scaling towards a gallon or so a day as long as you're a healthy, active adult. I lose 3 to 6 pounds during an hour of exercise. I exercise 1 to 2 hours per day. I'm losing at least a gallon to 1.5 gallons of water just while I'm exercising. Forget about my normal biological, physiological functions of just to live my life and get through my day. The 8-ounce glasses of water concept is completely ridiculous. We shouldn't be drinking processed sugars, sodas. We shouldn't be drinking processed juices, anything kind of with a twist off cap that's covered. We shouldn't be drinking that. You want to make a smoothie at home, that's fine. You can do that. But lots of water, lots of fresh brewed teas, lots of black coffees with no additives. That's what you should be doing. I'm giving you best practices here. You want to get those shredded abs in the shortest amount of time. You want to look better and feel better. You want a tighter tummy. You want to go down an inch or 2 on your waist, a belt loop or 2 or 3 on your waist. You want to take that dress size down by the weekend. By the weekend. You can do that. You want to slide into that slinky little black dress for Saturday night. You want to jump into those board shorts or get into that little bikini for the last hurrah of the Labor Day weekend. This is something that you could do. This is something that you should do, guys and gals. How easy is this? This is so easy. Now, for anybody who cares, for anybody who wants to, we have a personalized nutrition plan, a 4-week or 12-week personalized nutrition plan online at thedolcediet.com. This is the most successful healthy weight loss program ever devised, as proven by the world's greatest athletes. With over 20 years experience, over 20 years with a 100% success ratio, all at thedolcediet.com. The 3 weeks to shredded program is bar none the most effective healthy weight loss program ever devised. That is all available to you, to everybody, at thedolcediet.com. If you care to follow a program like that, use promo code DolceTube and you'll save some money in the process. It is absolutely amazing for those who want that plan. You want to follow the system, you want the steps, you want to be told to do, you want to gain all the experience, all the system that our team has used for decades now. You can go to thedolcediet.com to do that. You should be doing all the free things that I just told you about. You should take that nice bath tonight. Watch how good you feel after the tub and after the shower. Look at the difference in the morning. I want you guys to tell me tomorrow when we live stream at 1 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. I want you to come back on here and tell me how different you feel, how much weight you lost overnight. This is the jumpstart to the new you. This is best practices. This is what we have a slew of Hollywood celebrities, of big movie screen and TV star actors. They got a scene tomorrow. They got to take their shirt off. They got to be in their lingerie. They're going to be getting in or out of the pool. They're in a big fight scene. They got to look, they got to tighten it up because they partied a little bit last night. Dolce, what do? I'm bloated. I'm soft. My abs are gone. They're all blurred out. What do? This is what we do with them, and this is how they look amazing the next day. Try this. Please, please try this. And for those listening, bang, 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 bang. Give this video a thumbs up. If you appreciate this content, it lets me know you are there. It lets me know you care about the time, the energy, and the passion that I put into these videos for you guys. And hopefully it lets YouTube know that you actually appreciate this channel. Let me go through and answer some questions here. Mohamed, what's up, Mohamed? Good to see you. Mike Benavidez, thumbs up. Thank you. Sally Balls. F you, Uncle Mike. F you, Sally. And those new to this channel, what is it? You'll see a lot of F you, Dolce. What does that mean? The F you means effing unbelievable content, Dolce. That's a little insider joke. So now you know you are an insider of this channel and of our community. And I ask you to leave those F you comments below this video once this video posts, because that should help the YouTube algorithm promote this video down the way. And that only is because of you guys engaging with us. And I will give you an F you right back. Also, I answer every question in the comments. I certainly do my best to answer every comment in the questions. And then I take your comments, your opinions, your thoughts, and I turn them into videos down the road too, which is really cool. Omar, what's up, coach? Thumbs up already. Bang, Omar. Thank you. Jake Stock, bang. Apex, bang, bang, bang. Like. Thanks, Apex. Mohamed, what's up? Sally, thank you. David, thumbs up. Cool. Lacey, thank you, Lacey, for the $5 super chat donation. Boom. Lacey, you are a queen among average women, Lacey. You are amazing. Thank you. Shane says, hey, Coach Mike, back at it again. Thank you for the great content. Absolutely. This is what we do. Actionable, evidence-based content that you can use today to move your health, your fitness, your goals forward and save money in the process. Castor Troy says, loving the regular content, Coach. Absolutely. 6 videos a day we put out now, or a week we put out now. Monday through Saturday, every single day you get new content here on this channel. Make sure you subscribe and click on the notification so you know that we are here doing what we do. Chris Coddington, huge fan, got my kids listening. Can I get a shout out to Jenna and Stella? Jenna and Stella. Hi, girls. How are you? I hope all is well. You better be listening to mommy and daddy, living that healthy, that fit life, because you can do anything with a strong body, with a fit body. You are capable of anything. Think big, ladies. This is your world. It is your job to lead, to grow up, and to be leaders and to take over. I'm so excited to have you guys a part of this channel, Stella and Jenna. So stay involved. Listen to Daddy. Uncle Mike will do his best to not be a potty mouth and use curse words. I've been really good about that. And I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, have Daddy ask them, and I will be happy to answer them for you. Chris Coddington, I just saw your $5 super chat donation too, Chris. That's awesome. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Girls, Jenna and Stella, you have an amazing daddy right there. Good for you. And I have 2 little girls myself. So very special is the man who has daughters. I'll tell you that. Ryan the Eyes, what's up, Coach? F you, Ryan. Sally Balls, F you, Mike. F you, Sally. Rodrigo, hey, Coach, your 3 weeks to shred it and living lean programs have a Spanish version. I like to do one of that, but my English is not that good. I can read and listen very well, but not talk. It's all reading, so we don't have an online version in Spanish right now, but the online version is in English, and it's very straightforward. It's all recipe. It's recipe based, and it's exercise based. The exercises, you have the entire exercise. It's on your phone. It's on your laptop. It's on your iPad. It has video tutorials of every exercise. Let's say your workout day, you have, Jefferson squats or tricep extensions or, leg curls. You just click on the video. There's a quick 7-second to 20-second tutorial of me with a model, fitness model or pro fighter showing you exactly how to do it. The nutrition plan is so easy. It's, again, all on your phone, on your laptop, on your tablet. Every meal, every recipe, every ingredient is detailed for you. Weekly grocery list, everything is in there. Plus, our whole support system is there for you. So let me know how that goes, Rodrigo. Billy K, thumbs up, another chat. Boom. Lacey, what's up, Lacey? Mike, speaking of water weight, when I weigh myself, are you against weigh-ins after list cardio? I have 2 to 3 pounds of water weight that I lose when I weigh in after my runs or walks in the morning. Lacey, that is a great question. What we do, we focus, number one, on what we call our wake-up weight. So you wake up, you use the restroom, you wash your hands, you brush your teeth, you step on the scale. That is your wake-up weight, and we want to record that. We want to pay attention to what that is. From that point, you drink your 16 to 32 ounces of room temperature water, you put on your shoes, you walk out the door, maybe you bang a double shot of espresso if you're like me. You go and get your listen. Then you come back, you step on the scale again, being aware of what you consumed. I drank 32 ounces of water plus 2 ounces of espresso. That's 34 ounces of water. I step on the scale. I wake, and I'm after my list. Let's say I weigh exactly what I weighed, my wake-up weight. That means I lost 34 ounces during that walk. So what I like to do is the wake-up weight is most important, because there's no variables. Because let's say you go for your list today and it's freezing cold outside. You go for your list tomorrow and it's super hot outside. You do your list today and you walk 3 miles. You do your list tomorrow and you wind up walking 6. Too many variables. The easiest way, Lacey, is to just wake up, step on the scale, see where you are, record it, write it down so you always know, and then you move on from there. Great question, Lacey. Whatever you need, young lady, I'm here to help you. Mehmed, Coach, my question is, how do you schedule a fighter's week, including weight training, sparring, submission game, etc.? Well, here's the thing. When you are in fight week, you shouldn't be doing any of that stuff. This is one of the biggest conflicts I have with a lot of the other teams out there. They want their fighter to train like they're a month out. They want to do pads, and they want to move around, and they want to wrestle, and they want to do rounds, and they want to do jujitsu, and they want to train and train and train and train and train. How is that possible when the athlete's cutting nearly 10% of their body weight, approaching a caloric deficit, when they're dealing with all of the other stress and anxiety of the media obligations that they have to deal with before the fight? Why on earth would a coach be asking an athlete to go so far over and above? It makes absolutely no sense. And this is a lot of the pushback that we give, and this is why we're so popular. This is another reason why we have a 100% success rate for over 20 years in preparing athletes for weight class-oriented competition, and nobody else can make that claim. Only the Dolce Diet team can make that claim. There's a reason we are the best in the industry, is because we understand the science of peaking and of weight cutting and rehydration and weight management. A lot of the coaches, they just don't understand, mostly because the coaches are nervous. The coaches have nervous energy, so they want to take the athlete and push the athlete through these crazy workouts, which is crazy because the coaches wake up and they're eating pizzas and they're drinking beers and chicken wings and cheeseburgers and all that stuff. If they were eating what the athlete was eating, doing what the athlete was doing all the training camp, they would understand that the athlete has nothing left in the tank to devote to that. There's no reason for that. This should be a deload week anyway. Good question, Mehmet. Jennifer Nunier, the movie was Red Dragon. Jennifer, thank you very much. I appreciate this. Thank you, Jennifer. Ryan, I also have gotten significant gains on my core while I worked in a warehouse and carried milk crates in a front load position. Absolutely. Very similar to like a goblet squat. I think I talked about that yesterday to somebody. Ryan, Ryan, Coach Ryan, Dolce Diet certified Coach Ryan, running around up there in Oregon, knows what's up. That manual labor is probably the best way to get an amazing physique, a strong, balanced, healthy, aesthetic physique. Sondaria says, hey, Dolce, I'm Sondaria, 34-year mother of two. I have your 12-week video workout program. I've been doing it the last 4 years. I feel amazing, and I am in good shape of my life. I'm 142 pounds at 5 feet 6 inches. Sondaria, I am so happy, and I am so proud of you. You're following my UFC Fit program that I created back in 2014 or so now, which is crazy. 5 years it's been of UFC Fit. UFC Fit has just taken over the world, which is amazing. I'm so happy to hear that you're using that program. And guess what? I am coming out with an update to that style of training program. It has no affiliation with the UFC, though our relationship is great. But I am producing my own 12-week in-home exercise program that will be out a little bit later. You'll hear more about it. So it'll be, if you like UFC Fit, you will absolutely love the next version. But keep it up, Sondaria. Good for you. Good for you. Mother of two out there crushing it. No excuses. I love it. Big Gucci, F you, Dolce, F you, Gucci. Sai says, what is the point of losing water weight when it put back on in such a short period of time? Most of the time, it's not put back on in a period of time. Most of the time, you're walking around with an excess amount of water weight simply because you're not employing the proper hydration protocols, nutrition protocols, stress management protocols, and exercise protocols in order to get rid of that. That's one of the big issues is edema, is hypertension as a result of excess fluid that you're carrying around from eating the wrong foods, from not sleeping enough, for being totally stressed out in your life, and from being unhealthy. That is very common, very, very, very common. So what I'm trying to get you guys to do is to understand how to jumpstart this weight loss, to look and feel so much better, to see how much fake weight, false water weight you're actually carrying, and then transition to a healthy lifestyle program like that of our 3 weeks to shredded program or a living lean program. That style of a Dolce approved nutrition system that you can carry through for the rest of your life. And then all that water weight goes away and it doesn't come back. Sondaria, I squeeze my bug and enjoy doing every second of your workout. Thanks for doing the video. F you, Dolce. F you, Sondaria. Thank you. That's awesome. I love that. That's so cool. What else we got? Jaheen says, subscribe me. Jaheen, you can subscribe. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, guys and gals, subscribe to this channel. Click on notifications. I do a lot of these lives. And when I do these lives, I answer every question. I give you really good, actionable content. And then I spend, right now, I'm almost 30 minutes in doing this. I give you free information. I'm the 4-time World MMA Trainer of the Year. I'm a 4-time #1 best-selling author. I mean, I'm on the cover of Men's Fitness magazine. Sports Illustrated touted me one of the most sought-after coaches in all of professional sports. I mean, you have access to, humbly, one of the top coaches in the world when it comes to healthy weight management and fitness and performance and body augmentation. That's who I am. That's what I do. You have access to me every single day nearly, where I answer your questions for free. Who else does this? Show me any other coach that's even half my level, respectfully. And I say that because of the level my athletes have competed at: multiple world titles, multiple Olympic medals, just multiple like Hollywood blockbusters and all that stuff. The world's greatest athletes and celebrities come to us to get in the best shape of their life time and time and time again. Who else gives you this much free actionable information? If you want to get that for free, just subscribe to the channel, click notifications so you know when we come on, so you don't miss the opportunity to answer, to get this information. And also, bang, 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 give this video a thumbs up so I know you're there and I know you care. What else? Boom, boom, boom. Wow, lots of questions. Let me see how many more I can answer. Holy crap. There's a lot of questions. F you, Dolce, but answer that. All right, here we go. Mamet says, Coach, about 3 months ago, you posted a video named The 5 R's of Success. From that time, I realized you were not agreed with credit cards and loans, but I couldn't find the reason why. I actually did 2 polls yesterday and today on my Twitter page, asking how many people were in, or how deep in debt people were with regards to credit card. So, and let me see if I can pull that up. No, college loans. Let me give you just a quick stat because the poll is still going. College loans and consumer debt. And I'm going to put this into a bigger video here soon. So if you will entertain me for a minute or so. So yesterday I asked, how much college debt do you have? Under 10,000, 10 to 50, 50 to 100, or over 100,000 people, or over $100,000. And 10, 20, 22% of those polls have over $50,000 in college debt. 1 out of every 5 people have over $50,000 in college debt. 1 out of every 10 people who took this poll have over $100,000 in college debt. And that's how much they have today, not how much they started with. How crippling is that? Those of you who know how crippling that is. And then I asked, how many of you have consumer debt? So 28%, nearly a third, nearly 1/3 of the people who answered this have over $50,000 in consumer debt that has nothing to do with their home mortgage. That's credit cards, there's car leases or car loans, that's HELOCs, home equity lines of credit, or any other little gobbledygook debt that they have. That means 1 in 3 people are buried under, and this does not include college. I said, don't put your college in this one. Don't put your college in this one. So these people have 1 in 3 people have over $50,000 in consumer debt. And then we could extrapolate that 1 in 5 people have over $50,000 in college debt. So approximately 1 in 4 people, simple math, have over $50,000, likely over $100,000 in debt. How crippling is that? The vast majority of people have over $10,000 in debt. Looking at this stat. So what I'm doing is I'm putting all of this together. 38, 58, 60. So 2/3 of the people have over $10,000 in debt, at least $10,000 in debt, all debt, at least 2/3 of the people. So why am I against debt and credit cards and loans? Because you don't need it. If you can't pay in full, you can't afford it. And I will push you guys even further. And this is a little controversial, but I will, and I have some videos and I'll do more videos. I will even talk about your houses. People say, Dolce, it's impossible to buy a house for cash. That's not true. Maybe it's impossible to buy the house that you want for cash, that 3,200 square foot monster on the cul-de-sac. Well, maybe you're not quite ready for that one yet. Maybe you're just not good with your money. This is a whole nother topic that we could talk about. Let's say that you want to buy a $500,000 house and it's at a 4% interest rate. You know what you're paying in interest year one? 20 grand. That doesn't include closing costs and all the other BS. 20 grand just in interest alone. That's what you're kicking up. What's that? $1,500 per month just in interest. How much money are you spending over the course of that loan just in interest, simply because that you didn't maybe buy a $150,000 condo first that you can build up some equity in, while paying that $1,500 interest payment plus maybe another $300 to $700 in principal payment to stack that cheddar. And maybe 3 years from now, then you can sell your cash bought condo that appreciated. So maybe you bought it for $150, now it's worth $225, and you were able to save up a shit ton of cash on that $2 grand per month or so over. So it's $2 grand a month, 12 months at 25 grand. You can throw another 75 grand in 3 years on the 250. Now you're looking at maybe getting a 325, 350 cash bought house. Yeah, you can do that. Very simple math here, but I do have a pretty solid system, and I do help counsel and mentor and coach a lot of people, especially business owners. Everything that we've done has been cash flow positive. We have never had debt. We have never had a loan. We have never had a lease. I've never had a mortgage. I have no car leases, car notes. Any car I buy for cash. Any property I buy for cash. I say I take my digits, I turn it into dirt. What does that mean? As soon as I make money, that money becomes digits, right? Digital currency. It goes into a bank account. That's a digit. As soon as I get that money, I turn it into dirt. I buy a piece of property somewhere. I buy a piece of property somewhere immediately. I turn my digits into dirt immediately. $30,000 condo, $50,000 condo, $150,000 single family, $75,000, 55 plus age restricted community with an LLC. Yeah, I'm in. Done deal. High five. Psh. As soon as I get digits, I turn it into dirt. That's the way, Mamet. So those of you who care about that stuff, feel free to leave a comment below this video. I might actually have to create a separate channel on the finance side, the business side, because I don't want to confuse the audiences, and there seems to be a lot of confusion here. But this is best practices. This is how the rich get richer. This is how the wealthy stay wealthy. It's because you think like this. If you're in debt, I feel bad for you. You have to find your way out. Go and listen to the Dave Ramsey Show, the Dave Ramsey podcast. Go find his network, find his channel, get into the debt snowball, get your debt, get rid of all your debt. Get rid of all your debt. Just think what you pay in debt payments right now. Imagine if you paid everything you paid in debt payments right now into your own savings account, into your own Roth 401k or IRA, or your kid's 529, or a 2 to 3% interest bearing savings account or money market account, or you are dripping it into maybe a Vanguard S&P 500 no load index fund. Bing, bing, bing. What if you were doing that, paying $1, $2, $3, $4, $5,000 a month that you're paying to creditors if you were actually paying it to yourself? This is why I get so passionate, because I know. Now, remember, I grew up completely broke, in poverty, extreme poverty, no heat, no running water, no electricity in my home. Like, that's the way I grew up. So I needed to find a better way. My childhood home was foreclosed on, knocked down, and turned into a parking lot. That is true. That is all true. I realize that there's a better way. I'm not going to repeat this cycle. So I better educate myself on money. I better go seek out best practices in financial responsibility. I was able to do that, and I try and share that with you guys, which is why I'm so passionate about talking about it, so you guys never have to go through it, so your kids never have to go through it. But leave a comment below this video, not in the live chat, below this video, if you want to hear more about that stuff. You can always say F you Dolce too. Angel, F you Dolce, F you Angel. West Stand, hey Dolce, do you think it actually is possible to change your testosterone to any significant long-term degrees with diet and lifestyle change, assuming your sleep, lifestyle are already in check? Absolutely. 100%. We do this all the time. All the time. Absolutely. There's no question. I would suggest, very simple step, simply go to thedolcediet.com, join our 12-week online program, the 3 weeks to shred it and living lean plan, promo code Dolce2, save some cash because I want you guys to save money. Go to thedolcediet.com, get signed up, get started. Watch how things go. I get my blood pulled right now, and I would pull my blood again in 12 months or 12 weeks when it's done. Watch what happens. From there, if you wanted to roll in and work one-on-one with one of our registered dietitians, if you have some sort of medical condition or ailment or area that needs to be treated, you can work one-on-one with one of our registered dietitians to help you continue to move forward. This is all so easy. It's easy. This is not medical advice, by the way, guys and gals. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please speak with your doctor before starting any diet or exercise program. Yada, yada. Barry Jones, quality video, Mike. Thanks. Barry, thank you. I appreciate you being here. That's what we're dedicated to. Actionable, evidence-based entertainment for you guys that you can utilize immediately. Steve and Trevino, I'm getting hernia surgery. I won't be able to lift for 6 weeks. Any recommendations how to keep fit? Nutrition is everything. Nutrition is everything. Nutrition is everything. We have tons of people who make dramatic results simply following our 3 weeks to shredded program in your very similar situation. They can't work out for some way, shape, or form, some reason. Maybe because their work schedule is absolutely insane, or they just had babies and they're not clear to work yet, or they have some sort of issue, life issue, that doesn't allow them to exercise. They sign up, they follow our 3 weeks to shredded program. Their body rapidly changes. They feel absolutely amazing. I would strongly suggest that. Stephen, I would do so only under my doctor's care, of course. TKM, F-U, Dolce, F-U, TKM, Apex. Hey, Coach, what's your thoughts on Mike Rashid's training style? You know, I don't know Rashid very well. I know his social presence. I don't know his training style. I know he's a beast. I know Mike Rashid is a savage. He and I we have had some really cool interactions on social media, on Instagram. So he's man, all my engagement with Mike Rashid is very real. He seems like he's one of the good dudes in the industry. I don't know what his training split really is though, so I couldn't comment, but I got to tell you, it works for him. Rashid looks like, he looks like a monster, right? That's the way that most people want to look, is like Mike Rashid. So I got only good things to say about him. Apex, F-U, Apex, Big Gucci. Off topic, but love your finance videos. Interesting to hear coming from a young 20-year-old like myself. Well, Big Gucci, I appreciate that. And a lot of the information I give, a lot of the financial information is to help you guys live a healthy life, to live an independent life, to live a life that is completely on your own terms. I know I used to do it. I gave up a high six-figure job working in an office every single day 6 months before tenure as a municipal taxation professional because I couldn't do it anymore. I could not be a slave to the system anymore. I quit that job to make less than $14,000 in the following year chasing my dream, which is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And I talk about that in our #1 best-selling book, Living Lean. How I left that career as a municipal tax professional, as a tax assessor in the state of New Jersey, making a six-figure plus income with all the perks of government service and tenure just a few months away. I walked away from that to work 12 hours a day, 7 days per week, for less than $14,000 the entire year. And that's the truth right there. That happened. But I teach you how I built my brand, how I built my business, how I built the best life that a better life than I could ever imagine is what I'm living right now. I can do what I want to do, when I want to do, with where I want to, with who I want to hang out with, relatively speaking. I can do whatever I want, when I want. I work my ass off still. I'm here working right now for you guys, but I can work in a manner that doesn't have to monetize. I do this completely for free. If you guys want to sign up for one of our programs or buy one of our books, high five. That's cool. That's there for you if you want it. But I give you guys this free hour every single day, plus our podcast, plus our IG lives, plus all the content, plus our website, everything we do. It's all for free. It's all for free. So I've created a life now that I don't have to, quote, work for money. My money makes money. And that's what I want to teach you guys. Everything I buy, my money buys. I don't buy it. All the money that I work for turns into dirt. And then the dirt's able to buy the things that I want to buy. That's how the rich stay rich. That's how the rich get richer. My money doesn't buy anything. With my money, I buy assets. My assets create cash flow. The cash flow buys the things that I want. See, most people, what do? They go to work, they slave all day, they get their paycheck on Friday, they use that Friday paycheck and they use that paycheck to go and buy things, to buy liabilities, things that are depreciating in value, things that are fleeting. Shoes and jeans and pants and car payments and Disney trips and all the other stuff. And they put it on their credit card. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That is not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. If you found a better way, let me know. Let me know if you found a better way. But I think I found the best way to do it. I mean, come by and hang out on my front porch of my beach house. Well, and we can sip on coffee and we can have a chat, and I can do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Don't matter the day of the week. Doesn't matter the time of the day. I can be sitting on that front porch any day I want to, because that's the life I created for myself, because I showed the discipline. Now, let me tell you, from 2005 to 2012, I drove a 1992 Buick Regal I bought for $1,200. My wife drove a 2005 Kia Spectra with roll-down windows and manual door locks, no CD player, AM/FM radio only, bare bones. We lived like that for 7 years because we hustled, because we grinded, because we knew exactly what we wanted to do. And then in 2012, we bought our first home for cash. Now, I could have driven a nicer car. Probably she could have had a nicer car. We could have went and got a mortgage for a nicer house, but we didn't. We lived well below our means, and we just kept stacking cash and growing and growing and growing, managing our income versus our outgo. And this is the key that most people don't focus on. The income versus outgo equation. Most people don't even understand that. They won't even sit down and think about that. How much do you take in versus how much goes out? You need to tilt that. You need to make sure that you're taking in vastly more money that goes out, and the excess money that does come, well, that's not discretionary income. That is immediate savings. That money right there has to go into an asset that is growing. If it's not growing, it's dying. Inflation's killing you right now. If your money's sitting in a bank account or under your bed, you're getting crushed by inflation. Crushed. You're losing money. That gallon of milk is more expensive every single day your money's sitting in a bank right now, unless you're looking for a high yielding interest rate account, to which you can go to Capital One 360, you can go to Wealthfront, or you can go to Kearney Bank. Right there, you can get between 2 and 3% interest easy. Liquid cash. Why not? Now you're beating the rate of interest by at least 1.5, if not 2 times. Doubling the rate of interest. If you're not doing that, you're losing money. At least you want to double the rate of interest. If you're not doing that, you're being lazy, or maybe you didn't hear someone like myself share that free information with you, and you can sign up for that stuff for free right now. I make no money if you do that. I don't care if you do that. I mean, I do care because I want to see you successful, but there's very easy ways. Who here has a Roth IRA? $5,500 income, or you can put $5,500 per year to your Roth IRA. Have you guys doing that? Do you have a Roth 401k? Do you have any sort of savings, retirement savings? Have you even started to think about that? I call that young money versus old money. Young money works so old money doesn't have to. I'm still a young man. I still want to work. I still want to grind. But when I'm 55 or 65 or 75, maybe I don't want to work anymore. But the 25-year-old, 35-year-old, 45-year-old me, well, that dumb mother effer better have saved our money so I don't have to. Are you guys doing that yet? Do you have a special bucket saved just for you so you can retire with dignity, so you can be happy, so you can have massive excess? Do you really need to spend that $6 on a cup of coffee? Do you really need to put the Disney trip on a credit card? Why don't you just go buy a tent and go to the state park with your family for a week? Right? Do you really need to upgrade your car? Do you really need a car lease $400, $500, $600, $700 a month? Do you realize the average car loan right now is 7 years? 7 years for a car loan. Do you know what they are crushing you on principal, on interest? Man, you're wasting so much money going into debt by simply not buying things for cash right now. If you can't buy it for cash, you can't afford it. That's the truth of it. If you can't buy it for cash, you cannot afford it. If you start thinking like that and living like that, your entire life changes. All of a sudden, that income versus outgo, boom, income goes through the roof because now you're not making stupid decisions anymore. You're not buying everything every day. You're not going to Walmart and Target and Costco and Sam's Club and just buying a whole bunch of crap. Go to your kitchen today with your spouse, with your family, walk into your kitchen, open up all the cabinets, put everything on the kitchen table, and calculate how much money is actually just sitting dead inside your house. Just dead money just sitting there. Did you really need that? Did you really need the 5-pound can of canola oil? Did you really need that? Or whatever the heck else? Look at all the condiments sitting in your cabinet. $2 for this one, $4 for this one. Pull them all out. Calculate how much money that actually is. $100, $200, $300 of dead money just sitting there. Start paying attention to how much food waste goes into the garbage at the end of every night. Calculate that one. The average, we did a research maybe about 5, 6 or so years ago when we were writing the college diet guide. We did a questionnaire. We had like 20,000 some odd people as our membership list in our email database. To calculate how much money, we gave them an exercise like this. How much money approximately in food waste they were throwing out every week. It came to $120 per week that people were actually throwing out in the garbage from food that they didn't finish eating, from the extra couple slices of pizza in the fridge, from the ice cream that was in there, and then they bought a new one because that one had frost on it. Then they bought a new one and they threw all that stuff out. It turned out to be about $120 per week the average family was wasting in food waste. 120 times 52 is what's that? $5,000 plus per year. Guess what? You should be putting that into a Roth IRA. That is growing tax-free for your retirement. Old young money versus old money. What does that turn into? I'm not going to hit the calculator right now. Spread over 20, 30, 40 years. My God. Now you're retiring with hundreds of thousands of extra dollars simply because you're not throwing it in the garbage because you're over purchasing. These are the things that I try and discuss. I try and talk about. This is the way I live my life. I just don't talk about it that much because I'm supposed to be a fitness dude. And some people get pissed off because I'm not telling you how to get shredded abs. I'm telling you how to actually live your best life. But guess what? I can focus a hell of a lot more time on getting shredded abs because, well, I can go out and I can buy my grass-fed steak and my $6 dozen of cage-free farm-raised eggs and, buy a pre-core gym membership, assault, but whatever you want to do. Money becomes freedom. Money creates freedom. Money creates opportunity. I can focus much more on my fitness because I'm not worried about my kids starving. I'm not worried about where my kids are going to go to school. Will they be able to go to school one day? Have you even calculated the cost of college for your kids? College is increasing at 6 to 7% per year. Per year. Calculate that. How much college is going to cost your kids 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? You think the college debt crisis is bad now? Are you going to thrust your kids into bankruptcy because you were a bad parent and didn't save money for your kids? Come on now. Most of you are suffering under college debt right now. Remember the poll I put out on my Twitter page. So you can see how passionate I get when I'm talking about the finance stuff. And I see even our number count, our viewer count is going up, which means this is probably content that you guys want to hear. I'm just scratching the surface. Everything I've said, I have funnels. I mean, we have all this built, and I have a book that I'm actually writing on this very topic, blending fitness and finances together. You guys know our goal system. Every day we set goals: fitness, family, finance, future, and for me. We blend those every single day. I take an inordinate amount of time in my day, in my life, and I focus on my fitness, on my family, on my finances, on my future, and then for me, which is the more selfish part. But that's all stuff that I'll talk about later. And Big Gucci. Oh, see, Big Gucci, see one question like that, boom, goes crazy, goes sideways. Matthew, F you, Dolce. Love you, Dolce. Matthew, F you. And love you too. Good, very cool. Lamont Dixon, what's up, coach? Good to see you. God body for life. That's right, Lamont. We know you have that, man. Crushing it. Lamont Dixon, everyone. Dolce Diet certified coach. Alex, is it healthy to eat white rice frequently due to the high glycemic index and other carbs? Good question. Yes. Why? Because when you eat white rice, you don't eat white rice in a vacuum all by itself. As soon as you blend that white rice with protein, with fat, all of a sudden the glycemic index of that white rice is completely eliminated. And now you're thinking about the glycemic index of the meal. Remember, protein and fat reduce the glycemic index on any meal, so then it normalizes it. It becomes very similar to just any old meal, like a brown rice meal. And that's one of the biggest misconceptions out there that I'm so not surprised. I should be surprised. And with these fitness professionals, they don't talk about this simply because they're trying to steal from you. And we just want you to know the truth. What's up, Dolce? Just started 3 weeks of shredded and living lean. Loving it. Down 3 pounds in 3 days. Looking forward to hitting 10% body fat. Thanks for all you do, brother. Bang! Peter DiCarlo is following our 3 weeks to shredded program at thedolcediet.com. 3 weeks to shredded was designed to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. That is 1 pound per day. That's what it was designed to do for our elite athletes. We put it into the most sophisticated, easy to access, very fun, cool to use online program at thedolcediet.com. It's completely personalized to you, the individual. Every meal, every recipe, every ingredient is created exactly for you, accessible on your mobile, on your tablet, on your laptop, and every workout, every set, every rep, every exercise, again, created specifically for you. We have nutrition diaries and training diaries and daily updates and forums and predictive avatars and weight loss journals, and all that stuff is in there. This is at thedolcediet.com. You can use promo code DolceTube and save 10%. Why would you not, to get in the best shape of your life? Be like Peter. He's losing 1 pound per day, exactly as it is created. It's crazy how that works. But it's science, so it's very easy. Let's see. Christopher says, hey, Mike, you've touched on this a few times previously when we're diabetic, but is eating a lot of fruit every day bad? I eat a banana with breakfast, a pear midday, an apple. F you, Christopher. No, we eat at least 4 servings of fruit per day. All of our athletes eat 4+ servings of fruit per day. All of our clients eat 4+ servings of fruit per day. And Peter, who's following 3 weeks to shred it, is eating 4+ servings of fruit per day. Peter is eating oatmeal. He's eating quinoa. He's eating amaranth. He's eating sprouted grain toast. What else is he eating? He's eating jasmine white rice. He's eating black beans. He's eating chickpeas. He's even having 1-inch squares of 73% organic dark chocolate as a part of his dessert every night. Yeah. Hashtag I eat carbs. Come on, we made these shirts for a reason. I eat carb shirts are available. You can click the link below this video to DolceDietShop.com if you wanted to get one. This is something that we thought was fun and funny, and it's really interesting to see the faces you get when the keto people, you see it. Lacey, what's up, young lady? Outstanding. Thank you, Lacey. Dave B is the legend. Everybody, take 1 second and give a clap. Bang, 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 bang. Give a thumbs up on this video for Dave B. Dave B is the gangster who goes through and timestamps all of these videos for us. Dave B takes time out of his own day to go through these videos and puts the timestamps on of every single thing that we spoke about on these videos. Dave B is the living legend inside this community, in this channel. Everyone, make sure when you see Dave B's name, you give him a thumbs up inside the comment section of this page. Dave B, you are awesome. Dave B says, F you, coach. F you, Dave. My toddler eats the breakfast bowl every day with mommy and daddy. Boom. Living lean, baby. That's the living lean lifestyle, Dave B. I'm not surprised. Christopher, also going back to the first fruit question, I'm doing 45-minute workout 3 or 4 times a week in the morning, and then jujitsu 3 to 4 times per week in the evening. If that changes nothing. Sean, hooksy dooksy, blah, blah, blah. Will kale make me fat? Oh my God, you must be one of them keto folks, huh, Sean? That's not true. Sean is a valued part of the community, but that's something these keto heads will have you think. You can't eat kale. Like if you're a carnivore, I'm following the carnivore diet, I can't eat kale. Kale's somehow bad for me, but I can go and eat a bag or a pound of nitrate-laden pork bacon, no problem. I can go to Costco and get their crappiest cut of meat ever, no problem. I can go to McDonald's, I can peel off the bun, I can peel off the lettuce, I can peel off the tomato, and I can eat the crappy McDonald's patties because, quote, that's healthy on a ketogenic or a carnivore diet. But kale and blueberries, ladies and gentlemen, ooh, that'll make you fat, give you cancer, epilepsy, and kill you. That's what they try and have us believe, but we know that's not true. Sally says, hey, coach, gonna buy my 3rd property. Can you give advice on the side? Thanks, brother. Yes, absolutely. I love this. This is a whole video here, but let me just tell you, I got like 4 minutes left before we hit 60 minutes. I know there's a lot more questions. I don't know that I will get to them. So if you asked a question, copy that question right now. And once this video posts, leave it in the comments section. I will go through and I will answer all these questions. And I might even take your question and turn it to a video. So if I have not answered your question, go through, copy it, leave it in the comments section under this video. I will answer it either there or I'll answer it in a new video for you guys. But let me answer this. Where is it? Any advice? So Sally is going to buy their 3rd property. Can you give advice? I would buy this property for cash. That's me. I would buy it for cash. If you're going to take out a loan, I would say, hey, slow down. Why? Why are you going to go into debt? Why are you going to go into debt and risk your other assets? You already have 2 properties. One is probably a home, like your primary residence, and one is probably an investment property. I would be very leery of risking my primary residence. What I might even do is I might even sell off my investment property. If you have equity, take that equity, put it to my primary residence, get that primary residence completely debt-free, so you own it straight outright. Whatever I was paying in mortgages on my primary and on my second, I would be putting that into a high interest yielding money market account plus any additional equity you had, and I would cash flow the purchase of a cash free property. Remember, it's all about NOI, your net operating income. When you're an investor, you know what the NOI means. That is the net operating income. That means how much money do you have left over after all the bills are paid. So let's say you buy a $100,000 property. $100,000 property is going to cost you about $600 per month in a average mortgage payment. If you don't put down 20%, you're going to get hit with PMI. PMI might be another $60 a month on top of that. So now at a $100,000 property, you got to pay $660 a month, but you have to have a little hedge because the water heater goes out. You have to have insurance on that property. You have to have a few other things available. So let's say that's $660. Let's just turn it into $750. Most $100,000 properties, you're not renting that for $1,000 a month. You're probably renting it closer to $800. Let's say $1,000, but most likely it's $800 or so per month. But let's say $1,000 just for fun here, just because I'm going to be overly generous. You buy a $100,000 property, it's costing you about $750 or so to operate it. Now you have an NOI, net operating income, of $250 per month. It's not making you a lot of money. Let's say you have 1 month of vacancy. 1 month of vacancy right there is going to be 4 months of your NOI. And that's going to chew up 4 months of income simply because you had to cover the nut just for 1 month. 1 month of a vacancy in that investment property. And that happens from time to time, right? You have to be aware of that. It's what's the calculation? It's like 5 weeks out of every 2 years, you need to be prepared for a vacancy. You have to be careful here. So what I would do is I would strongly suggest you buy a property for cash. Now, this is what I told Mike Perry to do a while ago. This is what I try and tell all the athletes who listen, all the pro athletes. You get $100,000. You have $100,000. I'm going to go and look for a $120,000 property. I'm going to knock on the door of all those, and usually you can get townhouses, condos. Look into the senior community. You can buy through an LLC, and depending on the states and jurisdictions, you can set up an LLC. You can buy age-restricted properties that you can then rent out to fixed income seniors. And if you do that, it's a great market. especially if you're a good person and you give them a beautiful place to live where you take care of everything. They don't have to worry about it because their kids are so happy that they're taking care. But anyway, and you can get those relatively inexpensive. Appreciation isn't as high, but the cash flow is great. Especially the cash flow is great if you pay cash for the property, because now you don't have to pay your PMI, you don't have to pay your mortgage. So the $800 that you're getting paid, guess how much you get to keep of it? You get to keep all of it, less property tax or less HOA, but you are paying that anyway. That's already getting paid for. You're keeping everything now. Everything else is what you're keeping. So let's say $800. Now you're getting a cash flow of $600 or $700 instead of a cash flow or $250 or so. You're doubling and tripling what your cash flow is. Cash flow matters, because that cash flow I'm putting into another money market account to sit and to grow. And then the money that I was putting into my home mortgage, allegedly, I'm putting that into the money market account. What does that mean? That means now I'm going to have more money to buy a new cash-free property. I'm going to buy that cash-free property, or I'm going to buy that property for cash. Now I'm going to have 2 investment properties that are both cash flowing, plus my primary residence that I'm paying what I would have been paying in the mortgage into a high interest yielding money market account. And I'm going to be able to buy another investment property for cash much faster. So now I'll have 3, then I'll have 4, then I'll have 10, this is what I would suggest. But you have $100,000. I would go to someone who's selling a property for $120,000. I'd say, listen, and I'd look for someone it's been on the market for like in excess of 30 days, 45 days, even better. 90 days, great. You might need to do a little bit of fit up for that, little paint, little carpet. There might be a little something wrong, but somewhere over 45 days for sure, because now they're a little anxious. Listed for $120,000. I'd walk in and say, listen, I will buy that for you, $100,000 cash. We can close today. I will give you 24 hours to accept this deal. Otherwise, I'm going to go to your neighbor. I'm going to go to the development right around the corner, and I'm going to give them the same deal. You want this $100,000 cash right now? Guess what? You put in 1, 2, 3 of those offers. You got it, and you just got equity. You got $120,000 for $100,000. That means you are immediately in the black. You just made $20,000 on the deal. You make the money in real estate on the deal. You make money on the deal. You make money on the deal. You buy properties below their market value. That's the way to buy property. I wouldn't buy a property unless it was below market value. It doesn't make any sense. You can put on a little bit of paint, a little bit of carpet. You can do a few little things like that, and you can increase the value. I know, I put $2,000 worth of paint and carpet into this property. It's going to jump the value up $8,000 to $12,000. I can do a deal like that, but I'm also going to beat them up with the cash deal. If you have cash, people jump. That's the truth, because I can close immediately. And depending on how savvy you are, I might even go to their agent and say, listen, agent, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use you, but you have to take another point off your commission. What does that mean? The agents, they say it's a 6%, usually go 5%. And I say, listen, agent, you're going to do this deal, but you're going to do this deal at 4%. And you're going to split that difference between the owner and between me. You're going to make this a little softer deal. The agent wants to close. They want to get that commission, because now they're getting a bigger commission than they would have gotten anyway, right? Instead of going 3 and 3 or 2.5, now they're keeping the full 4 themselves. Everybody wins, so you get a little creative. This is what I would strongly suggest, Sally. Now, I know it might be hard if you're in the mortgage world, if you're doing the 30-year, if you're doing the fixed year. I get that. I would suggest, if you do that, I would say put your 20+% down. Get rid of the PMI, and I would want to have that paid off within 5 years if you're doing it. I would not suggest that you do it, though. Not on investment property. Primary residence, maybe, but I didn't do it. And I probably came from a worse off background than you did, so you can do it. I'll do a whole video on that. I don't want to, this is what I would do. But you asked for my advice, so I just gave it to you. All right, guys and gals, there are so many more questions here. So many questions. I'm sorry. Can I answer this? Too many. Oh my goodness. There's so many questions. Bang, 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 bang. All right, guys and gals, it's an hour. I've been doing this for an hour and 3 minutes right now. I do have to jump off. It's time for me to switch gears and take my daughters to, they have, activities that they have to go and do. And daddy is the Sherpa, the driver on this day. So I got to go and take care of that. I appreciate you all being here. Remember, if you asked a question that I did not answer, copy it right now. And after this video posts here in a minute or so, leave it in the comment section under this video and I will go back through. I will answer it. A lot. These are some great questions. I can actually turn this into like a month of content. So leave these questions under the video and I will go back through. I will answer your question and I very well might turn your question into a video later on this week or next week or something like that. I'll let you know. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, thumbs up, bang, 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 bang. Thumbs up if you like this content, if you appreciate what I'm trying to do here for you, the community that we're all building together. I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Click on the notifications so you know when videos like these comes out. And until next time, boom. Later, guys. Now I'll click off as you stare at me staring at my screen.